Stadium in Buffalo. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Temple Owls and the Buffalo Wolves. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with Temple's head coach before the game. He is so excited to bring his team here into the home of a Big Ten opponent. He's aware that a lot of guys here are playing with a chip on their shoulder. Under-recruited, not appreciated, maybe overlooked by some of these Big Ten teams. But they want to prove they're just as good, maybe even improve their stock in the portal for next season. We'll see how it plays out here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Using his legs, it's Burgess. He couldn't get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you find yourself behind the chains.
I love when defensive backs come up, and they are physical, and they stick their face in the fan, and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Holmes. Swings it out to his running back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. That can be a momentum builder to convert your first third down and also get your quarterback in a rhythm throwing the slant.
That's so nice. You always want to do that. You want to start the game in a good rhythm, get your quarterback comfortable. Slants are easy timing routes. Get a first down. Now maybe open it up even more.
And the Bulls with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Birch.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for space. It's Burgess. Got a little grass. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The Bulls have this offense rolling. The run inside. It's Birch. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
With the draw, it's Burgess. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
On the ground with the counter. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on 1st down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that 1st down?
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, or at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Bermudez. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
Want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
He'll take it himself. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hardy. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fakes the grab. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. They've got a first down here to open the period. Caught in the backfield, it's Chase. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Snares it outside, it's Smith. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their sophomore defensive tackle. They're very high on his future. Howie Rowe will get us up to date on how he's doing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside, it's Smith. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Holmes. Snagged in the middle, it's Andrews. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. The throw to the outside is complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. It's complete. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
And the Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Birch. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Bulls look to keep this drive humming. On the ground, it's Burgess. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. To the air, it's Holmes. That's caught. It's Andrews. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Mason. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the single back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Morrow. They knock him down right there.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Takes a hit as he fires. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Now facing a 3rd and long. Bringing the heat. Gets it out quickly. The ball pops out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Those pitches, those laterals, whatever you want to call them, the more times you do those in a game, the more likelihood you have of putting that pigskin on the ground. They put it on the ground there. Ball gets out. It happens. It's going to be a part of the game, but it's also the part of the game that the coaches, when they get you to the sidelines, they're going to tell you about it. And they're not going to tell you about it in good language.
Looking for space. It's Burgess. Across the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He might want another play. They're going to ride this running back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Bulls headed quickly to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Holmes. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this one is perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the draw, it's Morrow. A sweet run gets it out to the 30-yard line, and that can really jumpstart a drive.
Love the work by the running back on that draw play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground to get upfield.
He's got his man. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The completion picked up 6 yards on 1st down, now 2nd and 4. Pocket breaking down. On the move and looking. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Finds his man. It's Clark. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time's dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Temple lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with UCF taking on the number 22 team, the Arizona State Sun Devils.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Takes over and the offense will return to the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. A spectacular one-hand grab.
Those big tight ends, they got those big old paws, those big mitts, and you could tell he just threw one up in the air, snagged the football and pulled it in, made it look easy with those big hands.
And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Smith.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides the back and leaves it. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly complete. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Stepping to the right. Makes the catch. It's Hardy. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hardy. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Working that left side now. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Man, I don't always give credit to quarterbacks, but what an unbelievable job, man. Like, not great protection. He sees the blitz, understands he's about to get hit, but still delivers the strike on 3rd down and moves the chains. Unbelievable job by the QB.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Holmes. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Andrews. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the big fella.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Burgess. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Holmes. Finds his tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. Buffalo has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. On the ground with the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give on the counter. Maybe some room here. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Takes the handoff. It's Burgess. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete, out left to Wilson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Going to the run, it's Burgess. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to change this route. They'll run the counter. Bounced off his feet. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Holmes. Floats it out in space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Bulls! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and closing to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
Number 91, set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. The give is to Smith. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds a man on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The officials will stop play as the training staff comes out to look at this injured bull. Trainers out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Just keep slinging it. With the catch, it's Hardy.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Temple lines up quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bermudez. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks.
Blue 22 guard. Blue 22 guard.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. So now it's 2nd and long. On the move, it's Burgess. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
The give on the counter.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm.